Bet. We're live.
Yo.
Podcast number 8. Oh, I don't think we have a name or anything, but...
Doesn't matter.
We'll put it in the stream. We'll figure it out.
Sure. Yeah, number 8, like, since we've been numbering them, that's probably, like, number, 35 in reality.
11.
Oh, yeah. So, we missed last week, but that's because we were, like, getting lit up at a Poison concert.
Yeah.
Freaking Poison, dude. That was lit. That was lit as hell. You were being a little bitch during the whole time, like, just, like, you weren't feeling it.
Okay.
You weren't feeling it, but I was lit, dude. Poison was awesome. Poison puts on a good show.
Okay. Let's go through the lineup.
Bret Michaels is the god. The lineup is irrelevant.
No. Let's just we got to recap everything.
Sure.
Okay?
Right. Go ahead.
So it was supposed to be Jackal.
It was, yeah.
Extreme.
I don't know who they are.
And then Poison, obviously.
Yeah, that's why we came.
But what happened is somebody from Extreme, their family member, was sick or something.
Excuses.
I don't know what it was.
I still don't know who Extreme is.
They're dope, okay? But you'd have to be like deep into the metal scene, the 80s metal scene, because they weren't like a hair band.
Right.
They had some hits that were like radio friendly that girls would like.
Sure.
See,
that's what I'm into. I'm into radio friendly girl pop, borderline pop music. That's what I'm feeling when it comes to rock music.
That's how you figure out who the real Extreme fans are, when they're like, oh shoot, Extreme's playing. They're like, oh, I hope they play more than words. And you're like, oh, you're that type of Extreme fan. but what happened was they ended up not playing. So it was some band that, I don't know, they were garbage.
Yeah, the very first band that we thought was Jackal.
Yeah.
We're like, why? Oh, Jackal, great, okay.
We listened
They're
to
like,
them.
oh, no, the next band was Jackal. Like, the middle act was
This
Jackal.
is what happened. We watched the first band, we're like, yeah, this band sucks.
Yeah. Jackal, is it?
Wow,
Yeah.
Jackal's like worse than I thought they would ever be.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, that wasn't Jackal? Extreme isn't playing?
Yeah, like the Jackal stuff, like the Jackal background stayed up.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And then
are we gonna
Jackal
take that
came
down?
on, and we're like, man, this is worse than the first band.
That stuff was wild.
It was...
That dude was out there on had a chainsaw out there.
Yeah.
He like sawed a bar stool in half, lit it on fire.
Backtrack.
Dude was talking about cocaine.
My first concert when I was 5 years old was at Walnut Creek. I saw... Well, the first concert I can remember. I'd hung around like bars and stuff like that. But
okay.
That's another story. But it was Ted Nugent and Kiss.
Oh my god.
Ted Nugent came onto the stage.
Dude.
Papa Nugent. He came on.
Nugent.
Uncle Ted. He came on.
Alex Jones would have been lit.
He had his freaking bow and arrow with a flaming arrow. They were like, they told me I wasn't allowed to shoot my bow, but F him, I'm gonna do it anyway. And he shot his bow with like arrows and stuff on stage.
Yeah, America.
And before we went to the concert, I was a huge Kiss fan. My dad was like, we're gonna go, we're gonna see Kiss, it's gonna be fun, but you can't repeat anything the first guy says. Don't say anything.
Devil worshiper.
And then I was sitting on my dad's shoulders, 5 years old. I remember being in the lawn section. These girls behind me, there was like 3 of them, asked me if I wanted to dance. I'm not. You can ask my dad. It's a true story. And I said no.
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 No, I'm here for Kiss, bro.
I was like, you are probably loaded, and I just want to enjoy Kiss right now. I had my face painted like Paul Stanley and everything.
Can we talk about the fact you're a devil worshiper?
Pretty much, yeah.
Knights in Saint Service.
Knights and Saints. Jackson told Joe that at Smile.
Yeah, the co-op.
The co-op when he was like 10. I remember that.
That was like I've heard that all the time. Like, oh yeah, you mean Knights in Saint Service? Like if you play their music backwards, it's satanic or something like that. I'm like, I see that now. I see how Gene Simmons and I'm like, that's not true.
No.
Like I see them now. Like, nope, not true. Nope. They're not that substantive. Like they're not even like,
funny.
Yeah, no, not true.
But anyway, back to the Poison concert.
That was lit, dude.
So finally,
Bret Michaels is my dude.
So finally,
every rose has its thorn.
It does.
Yeah.
At least one.
At least one. Just almost like every night has its dawn, or like how every cowboy sings a sad song. It's kind of like that, if you think about it. Kind of like that. Makes sense.
I'm not deep into the cowboy music culture, so I can't vouch for that one. But
Bret Michaels is so weird though. Like he wants to be like country, like hair band, metal, and like he could never decide what he wanted to be.
The basis for country music nowadays is just acoustic hair band songs.
Yeah, I know. You harp on this like every day.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's very true.
Yeah, it is.
Like you go back and forth between like every rose has its thorn and what's on the radio now.
Yeah, it's country radio. Yeah,
it's the same.
Just like the difference in like lead singers.
That's why artists can transition and stuff like that. Like,
well, even like John Bon Jovi did like country music at one point.
It's easy.
Yeah,
because it's easy.
Right.
But Poison was.
It was lit.
They were like a.
It was Poison. It was Poison's first solo show in like what did he say, like 15 some years?
Something like the first show they headlined.
Yeah,
because they came through. Apparently, they played with not Bon Jovi. They played with
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard.
Yeah, they've been opening for Def Leppard. They went on tour with Def Leppard opening. But yeah, it's been like Poison's first solo show in a long time. But I mean, like Poison's the show, man. It's all about Poison. All 4 of their songs are awesome.
Which 4?
Every Rose.
Yeah.
Nothing But a Good Time.
Yeah.
Talk Dirty to Me.
Yeah.
And their cover of Rock and Roll All Night.
Not Fallen Angel?
No.
You don't like that?
I mean, it's okay. It's not one. It's one of their classics. And then their cover of American Band is a classic.
I like the Grand Funk Railroad version.
Oh yeah, and Your Mama Don't Dance.
That's See,
they're like they are what they are.
See,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
More.
When you go see Poison, you know what you're gonna get. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get a straight up '80s hair metal band.
It's awesome.
It's
legit.
It's okay.
No, it's awesome.
It's okay. It's alright.
I mean, I was like freaking just every song. I was just like, dude, this is lit. Except there was a couple songs I was like, I don't know this one, but like other than that, I was turned.
I was camped out just sitting in my chair, kind of because my back was hurting, and also because like, I don't know, I didn't feel like standing up when I could see and hear everything fine.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather just be comfortable and enjoy this.
Yeah, right. You're right.
I'm the type of dude where like, if a band I really like is playing a bar and the show starts at 9, I'm gonna show up at 11 so I can see my band. Like. So when I went there, I was like, yeah, I get it.
You were just like bummed because whatever that one band wasn't playing, so you were just like bummed.
I wanted to see Extreme.
Yeah, you were just like so bummed
bad.
after that.
I was bummed.
Anyhow, moving on. So,
I was triggered.
Yeah, you're triggered. Yeah, Poison was lit. So
I don't care about your family issues and having to be at the deathbed of your relatives.
Yeah, get over it.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Put on a show.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get over it. Yeah, suck it up.
Yeah, suck it up.
I mean, you're a professional.
What do you care about, one person or like the 300?
Yeah. Do you care about the like life and soul of one person you actually care about, or do you care about the entertainment of thousands
that are paying?
Well, it wasn't that. Well, nobody. One, there weren't thousands. And 2, nobody paid for that concert.
There might have been thousands, maybe 2.
Okay, maybe maybe ones of thousands.
Ones of thousands. But that's very true.
And nobody paid.
To tell you,
nobody paid.
I went to the Aversboro restaurant. I was hanging out there. And like somebody dropped off tickets for it. They had like 30 or 40 tickets they were giving away one night.
Yeah.
They came back and gave away more tickets again.
Just like toilet paper.
The lawn section was like half full from people who like came from Zebulon to see it or something.
Yeah.
Wilson, all those people. Yeah.
Fayetteville.
Taking Uber from like Fayetteville, Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville, North Carolina.
And then nobody bought I looked at the price of seated seats. They were only like $25.
Jeez, man.
Which is like the cheapest. I think
that's like John Mayer tickets for lawn are going like for $35 before fees.
That's not bad.
I'm a cop.
Go on Craigslist.
I need a date though.
Go on Craigslist and see what's up.
Really?
Yeah.
I need a date though. I can't go to John Mayer concert myself, even though John Mayer's the god.
I'm not gonna be your date.
No, I wasn't thinking about you.
Good.
He apparently did like a cover I saw on the internet. He did a cover of a Drake song from Drake's new album. John Mayer did.
Maybe.
It was dope. Apparently.
There was one time where
was it Passion Fruit?
2013 or 14. He heard his voice, so he did Grateful Dead covers.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was terrible. Then he just went on tour with the Grateful Dead.
I don't know about all that. I'm not a Grateful Dead guy.
I'm not really a John Mayer guy.
I'm a huge John Mayer guy. Dude, John Mayer can like 1 shred a guitar, and 2 his lyrics are just like beyond what anybody else can do right now. As far as like radio friendly
pop
people.
Music,
yeah. Nobody else can write lyrics like he does.
He's a pop artist.
Sure.
I understand that.
And he can shred a guitar.
I don't get too much.
And he was like on the Chappelle show. So.
But listen to this. Like, would you rather have John Mayer like guitar shred lyrics, or would you have like the guitar skills of Carlos Santana and the lyric skills of Rob Thomas?
Shit. I'm gonna take the one package and John Mayer's overall package. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Santana like can shred a guitar. But Rob Thomas has the lyrics.
Smooth, baby.
That's the greatest song ever. So, the other day, it was our last day of class, and my teacher, he likes to fuck around a lot.
Yeah.
So he was like, we were in the computer lab, and he's like pulling up YouTube. He's like, somebody, let's play some music, something smooth. He literally said the word smooth. I was like, I have a song for you. Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas.
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, perfect. So we played that like before our test. We were playing that song in the computer lab.
I saw you posted that.
I was jamming. I was just sitting there vibing.
I couldn't believe that you actually did that. Like, that you would bring that up and
yeah. So and he I wasn't gonna say that's the song. Like when he asked for, he's like, anybody got a song like suggestion? I wasn't gonna say it. I was biting my tongue. I want to say "Smooth" by Santana featuring Rob Thomas and Matchbox 20 so bad. Then he said, "Come on, something smooth." I was like, "Shit, I gotta say it now."
You gotta say.
So yeah, we played that, and then after that, like YouTube kept playing like more Santana songs, and I was like, "What is this garbage?"
The
it
first
was like
song,
Santana and Chris Brown or something.
The first song I learned how to play on guitar was the Santana song, because my guitar teacher was like so into it. She's like, "Yo, just learn how to play this. It's like, you know, you'll kind of get your groove together. You can get like work out." I was like, "Dude, I want to play Metallica."
Bro.
She's like, "No, learn this Santana song." She's like, "What about
Santana? Learn
Santana?" I want to play Metallica,
Santana,
dude.
Santana's the greatest.
I want to be a rock star, not, I don't know.
Whatever Santana is.
Now will be neither.
Santana's that song is my anthem. Like legit. That's the like song to my life. It's "Smooth" by Santana featuring Rob Thomas of Matchbox 20. I need that T-shirt, by the way.
I'm gonna get it for you.
With the like the paragraph on the back.
Yeah.
Like Grammy nominated Santana.
I'd rather be listening to the 1990 number one hit song Grammy nominated "Smooth" by Carlos Santana featuring Rob Thomas
Of Matchbox 20.
Of Matchbox 20.
Of the platinum album. Like I forget what the album name was.
That is probably the greatest T-shirt I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw it in a meme like years ago, and then once you started listening to that song all the time, I was like, I wish I could find a picture of that. And then I just searched the thing, and it came up with the shirt. I was like, why do I not get it?
My friend too on Twitter, he's like, "Oh, this is your shirt." I'm like, Trilliums. I didn't even know they made these shirts. Like I didn't even know that was a thing.
Apparently they made one of them because that dude had one in the picture. That's a good shirt.
Good shirt. Great shirt. Not good shirt. Great shirt. Great shirt. Let's see. What else do we want to get into?
I don't know.
We pissed around. Big Baller Brand.
Big Baller Brand.
Talking about good like apparel, T-shirts and whatnot. Apparel.
Did
Big Baller Brand's here?
I have to look because I never even saw anything from them until LeVar Ball was wearing it. Obviously,
I didn't know it was a thing before LeVar Ball.
But I want to know, like, he's always wearing the T-shirts and the hats. What does their apparel cost? So let's start $50 for a T-shirt.
Holy crap! That's like some Supreme.
Their cheapest shirt is $50.
That's like Supreme Hanes collab.
$60.
They have a lot of freaking apparel, dude.
They do.
They have like more apparel than like Nike.
Shorts are $40, which is like.
Why do they have shorts?
On par with Nike, but still like $57 for a lot. Like.
I can already see this coming. This is going to turn into like Supreme. It's just going to be like because nobody else can afford it, and a bunch of little like
No. But the thing with Supreme is like
they got hats too.
Supreme was like a skateboarding brand. It was underground. Nobody knew about it. So then it became like the thing is like, oh, this you never heard of this brand?
Yeah.
This shirt was like $40, $50. You don't even know about them.
Yeah.
So then Supreme would collaborate with other small like
Hanes.
Boutique brands and stuff like that, and just keep building it up. And then they're like, we're gonna do some Hanes stuff. We're gonna do.
That killed me, dude. They did like the 3-pack of white T-shirts.
What about the freaking brick?
Yeah, the brick.
The brick.
I was about to say that. The brick. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
And yeah, big box. But this like.
I'm gonna build a house out of Supreme bricks.
That would
brick front house that all say Supreme on them.
And then like your mailbox could say Hype Beast.
It'd be $1 million 2-bedroom house.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But regardless of like the history of Supreme, I could see this becoming like. Just like the no substance, all hype type deal. Just because, like...
I agree with you.
Kids will be like, oh, I bought the Lonzo, or whatever his name is, 2s. You're too broke, you can't afford them.
But the thing is, every brand that's been like that's popular, has had some sort of substance and history behind them.
Supreme's
they've had
substance history in a long time.
They've had history, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if that really plays into it now.
They get stuff... They have collaboration. They had a Black Sabbath collaboration.
Yeah.
Like they have.
I mean, they do. Yeah, they do some cool stuff.
They have recognition and they have respect in the game. This is somebody who's coming out of nowhere,
right?
Who's just trying to be a premium brand with nothing.
But will it work? It might. It might.
No.
It might.
What's gonna happen to? Well, the thing is, it all depends on his kids.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it's more about LeVar, just because he's just like an idiot and has been out in the spotlight and everything.
If I was anybody in contact with Lonzo right now, it would be the hardest thing in his life, but he has to cut ties with his father.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
His father's ruining his career.
Yeah. His father's just trying to live like vicariously through him and like
and I understand
his sons.
I understand he wants the best for his kids, but the way he's doing it, he's ruining.
If he really wanted the best, he would have been like, "No, Lonzo, go sign with Nike for."
He's been
or Adidas.
Not that he's been the person who's been behind them forever, since the beginning. He's the one that wants to say, you need your own brand. He's the one that's saying, he's the one that has the confidence in his kids beyond anyone else, and it's hard to cut ties with someone like that. I understand what you're saying. If you look at the deals that every other person is getting, Lonzo could have ended up with like a $40 million Nike
right,
deal.
Absolutely, yeah.
$40 million.
But just to be so ignorant to say no, we don't want to do a deal sign with Nike or Adidas. We want to do a partnership. I'm like, really? How ignorant are you? Do you really take yourself seriously? Are you that stupid, or do you it's I don't know, is it an act, or I have no idea.
It's not an act. He's that dumb.
I don't know.
And I don't understand,
because I saw him on First Take when he went on there with Stephen A. talking about how he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. He's laughing as he's saying this shit.
But
I don't know.
The thing is, he's still saying it. He doesn't understand what he's doing.
Yeah, but we live in a day and age now where people just say stuff to say it.
Did you see how Lonzo was sitting there? He's a good kid.
Oh yeah, he's just
he's
good
fine.
God, yeah.
If his dad wasn't involved, he would be a serious draft pick. People would be he's
absolutely.
He's still not number one overall, but people would want him.
Yeah,
I don't see.
That's just such a distraction as they work. Yeah, he's.
I don't see how people are going and meeting with him before the draft and
it's
saying
he's not Allen Iverson. He's
you
not
need to
Kobe.
be away from your dad.
Yeah.
You need to be away from your dad.
Yeah, I just see I feel like that's just too much of a distraction. He's probably not worth it. If he's LeBron James or Kobe, who cares? You can have whoever you want. Even with LeBron's, he had that big posse with him.
Yeah.
As Phil Jackson likes to put it.
His posse, yeah.
His posse. It's it's not just, who cares? Doesn't matter because he's LeBron James, or Allen Iverson, all of his crap in his past.
Who wants Lonzo or LeVar Ball sitting front row on every game?
Yeah, God, yeah, absolutely.
Who wants that?
And LeVar, and then in the media, every time there's going to be something if Lonzo gets benched or Lonzo doesn't get enough minutes or touches, he's going to be chirping in the media.
The dad,
it's too much.
He needs to understand the dad as a dad.
In today's media,
you can't be a dad coach past middle school.
Oh yeah, you got to hang it up.
Even if you're playing AAU and stuff like that, you got to give it up before that.
Yeah, unless you're actually coaching the team.
Unless you're a real coach, and you know what you're saying. If you're just a goofball like this dude, he doesn't understand how it's ruining his career before it started.
He played in the NBA, right? I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he played in the NBA, and I don't know for who, and not for very long, and he wasn't good.
But he wasn't good in college.
So those shoes, the sneakers are $500 retail.
$4.99. He was undrafted in 1995.
He played for somebody though.
I'm trying to figure out.
Shit, I don't even know.
He was a football player.
No,
he was a practice squad member of the Jets and the Panthers in the NFL.
Nah.
It's what it says.
What? LeVar?
College football.
You got the right LeVar?
He was invited to
Wikipedia right now. Just FYI.
Yeah, this is him.
Bad radio.
Because he went to UCLA.
I swore I heard he played in the NBA. I don't know though. Who knows? Who cares?
1995, he was playing football. He was undrafted in the NBA draft.
Who cares?
Big Baller Brand, this is him.
Okay. Yeah, but who cares?
But yeah, okay. Let's go back to Big Baller Brand. Let's go. Where's the footwear? Okay, so we have the ZO2 Prime.
No.
$495. Oh. Unless you wear a 14, I think, or 13 and a half, 14 or 15 is
it goes up.
It goes more. It's $695.
Bro, that's because they have no infrastructure, so they're just be able to make a profit. You know what I mean? Because they don't have that facility or like the manufacturing capabilities that like Nike or Adidas has.
They also don't. I don't think there's production yet.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
definitely not.
So basically, they have one shoe, and it's called the ZO2 Prime. I'm guessing the ZO is for Lonzo, and the 2 is his number. But it kind of sounds because the Corvette Z06 is a model, you know.
Bro, these are
garbage. But you look at them. Okay.
These are trash.
From the heel, on the medial and lateral side, you can see some terrible fake boost. Look, it's fake boost
from like mid foot to heel,
and you can see on boost, it's like circular.
Right.
Circular things.
This is just like all over the place.
It looks like crackled foam.
Yeah.
And
it looks like packing peanuts.
It doesn't look good.
No. And then at the toe, you have like the sole looks like a Kobe mentality.
Kobe mentality.
Yeah, straight off of that. And the upper looks like I don't even know.
The forefoot is not good.
Trash.
And the upper is like it reminds me of these fake Jordan 12s I saw.
BBB on the heel.
It had like it's supposed to. I don't know if they say python, but it's obviously supposed to be snakeskin, and it doesn't. It just does not look like anything like that. Let's read the spec sheet. Changing the game on every level.
Oh.
The ZO2 Prime is ushering in a new paradigm on and off the court. The ZO2 Prime was meticulously developed at every stage by Lonzo. This is the thing. It was meticulously developed at every stage by Lonzo Ball.
He was like, can I get a Kobe mentality?
Let me get a Kobe 8.
Yeah. Or like a Kobe 12, Kobe 11.
How did they have the time and money to develop a shoe while he was in college?
No.
I don't buy that for a second.
No, they were just like, they went to China and like, look, what's the cheapest thing we can make?
Yeah.
That kind of looks like Nike, kind of looks like Adidas.
Okay, we'll go back. Debuting in a low top cut, the Prime flies first class without compromise.
Oh.
I find that not true. In Ortholite, copyright insole, is embedded throughout the entire Hold on.
They're trying to...
let me rewind. See, Ortholite is bold and copyrighted. The Ortholite insole is embedded throughout the entire insole for maximum comfort. Why? That sentence is terrible. A full bed of shock absorbent material keeps the shoe lightweight for high speed performance, aka fake boost.
Yeah, fake boost.
With a custom hand painted the bottom.
Whoa.
What?
You could tell LeVar wrote this.
With a custom hand painted the bottom, microfiber python texture in matte black, and a DeLorean finish.
A DeLorean finish? Shit,
okay.
Is this Back to the Future?
So he's saying custom hand painted the bottom.
The bottom's custom hand.
With a fake python texture. What? This is...
It's literally a Kobe with fake boost. That's literally what it is.
The ZO2
and it
Prime...
kind of looks like a Jordan Superfly or some crap like that.
The ZO2 Prime is a first-class fit for any collection. Oh. Pre-order for a limited time.
Yeah.
No refunds or exchanges.
Of course.
Shipping by November 24th, 2017.
I'll say right now, those will never ship. They're not going to ship. There's going to be some issue with production or something like that. And a Nike might come in with a copyright or Adidas.
I don't know how they would. That looks exactly like a Kobe. The
Adidas can get them right there on that boost.
This right here, you see how the lace loops are connected?
Yeah.
That's directly off the Kobe 8.
There's no way they get away with this. I don't think these things ship.
I don't see it happening.
No, I don't think they ship out.
Maybe they will ship, but nobody's gonna buy them. How many pre-orders do they have?
Jeez.
Maybe they could produce them, but wait.
Won't they have to hit like a certain amount, like to even make it worth production?
I don't know.
Like if they only sell like 300 pairs, it's not even gonna be worth production. They're gonna have to sell a minimum amount of pairs for production to be worth it. I don't know. But that's not the only product. That's probably why their margins. That's why the shoe is $495. Is because like they can't that's like a $90 shoe.
The reason why it's $495 is because they want the clout and they want the profit. They want to be able to afford be able to make them.
Yeah, most importantly, they can't afford to make a $200 shoe.
Let's look at the second product. Okay, this is the same exact shoe, but the price tag is increased by $300. and the name of it is called ZO2 Wet.
Wait, he has 2 different ones?
Wet. No, it's the same shoe. It's ZO2 Wet, the autograph by Lonzo Ball.
Jesus.
This is a pair of ZO2s that is autographed by Lonzo Ball. I'm gonna pull up the image in a second, but even look at when I pull up his autograph.
Damn it! He should autograph every single one for free, charging that much.
When I look at
his autograph is worthless.
When I look at his autograph, try to tell me that it's not a copy of Kobe Bryant's autograph.
Oh.
Let's read the description for this shoe.
The wet.
This is the same thing. Okay. This is where it changes. It's the same thing except for this couple paragraphs. Each pair of ZO2 Wets, which is a terrible name, will be personally autographed by Lonzo Ball and come within a clear acrylic enclosure with cool LED lighting. Each pair shall include a certificate of authenticity with a tamper-evident hologram provided by Big Baller Brand. Guaranteed by Big Baller Brand. Dude, did they not have somebody proofread this? This is
probably not. I bet LeVar just made this website.
Let me read this again and tell me if it makes any sense. Each pair shall include a certificate of authenticity and tamper-evident hologram provided by Big Baller Brand. Guaranteed by Big Baller Brand. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of basketball history.
How? How so?
Of the biggest flop ever.
How so?
Now let me show you.
He played 1 year at UCLA and lost in the Sweet 16. How is this basketball history?
Let me pull up a picture.
You're freaking Marshall's rack. Shoe.
Look at this. Oh, look at this. Is that not Kobe Bryant's autograph?
Honestly, I would have to see Kobe's autograph side by side.
Let me pull up a picture.
But this dude's does. Oh my god, dude, he hasn't done anything.
Let me find a picture. Look, that's the Kobe.
It's the same thing.
The Kobe, the K. Look what he's doing with the L.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's trying to copy Kobe.
He's such a. Oh my god.
And he's gonna charge you $1,000 for a pair of shoes autographed by him.
That's ridiculous. His autograph is literally worthless unless you're like a UCLA fan.
But hold up, there's another shoe.
His autograph is worthless.
He's got
the slide. Jesus.
He's got a slide. ZO2.
Oh my god.
This is the name of the product. ZO2, the signature slides by Lonzo Ball.
Signature slide. That's nice.
The ZO2 signature slides are the ultimate in style and comfort. Oh my dude. This is Big Baller Brand's website. If you go to their website right now, you can read this.
It's like a 5th grader wrote this. Oh my god. Bro, I can't wait for the lifestyle shoe to come out. The Lonzo Ball lifestyle.
Okay, let's start from the top again. This is only 3 paragraphs. The ZO2 signature slides are the ultimate in style and comfort. A microfiber footbed for luxurious comfort with our insignia logo laser embedded in the heel.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Freaking Donald Trump wrote these. Luxurious.
His English is better than this.
Microfiber.
The upper is a
It's
python
huge.
texture with ultra sleek appearance.
Okay, the python's
stamped
luxurious.
with a two-tone gold and silver lined logo from Lonzo Ball. The bottom consists of a non-slip crystal gold outsole. The ZO2 signature adjustable slide can be adjusted for your customized fitting. This is one for the culture.
This is one for the culture.
This is don't get me twisted. Don't get me twisted. This is one for the culture.
This is for the culture. Slides are for the culture.
These joints
socks with slides for the culture.
Hey, don't knock socks with slides. These joints are $220, and to be honest,
man.
if I could buy them and have them shipped to my house right now, I might buy a pair.
Really?
Just to have them.
Of the slides?
Just to have them.
If I was paying $200 for slides, it would have to feel like Jesus was washing my feet he did the disciples.
Let me put this into perspective.
Every time I put them on, it would have to be like Jesus Christ coming and washing my feet like he did the disciples, and then also massaging them.
Let me put this into perspective. Gucci sandals,
but they're not Gucci,
are $190.
Oh my god, dude! I'd so much rather have a Gucci slides.
This dude is charging more than
Bro, I could get
Gucci.
a Gucci belt before I could get his slides and this dude's shoes. This dude who's not played a single minute of NBA basketball. This dude who didn't even make it to the Elite Eight or the Final Four.
This dude who did nothing.
Basically. He played at 1 year at UCLA?
1 year.
1 year. Give me a break, dude.
One and done.
Jeez, man.
I'm trying to find...
Gucci, man. I mean, yeah, I would so much rather have a pair of Gucci slides. I mean, Nike slides. I thought Nike slides were expensive, like $40 for Nike slides. I'm like, really?
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for slides.
And honestly,
$220 for slides. That's freaking outrageous.
You can get velvet slide sandal with embroidery for $350
at Gucci.
See what Gucci thing? It's just rubber. There's nothing special. Like with the Nike, you got that like memory foam at the top.
Yeah, those are the
joints.
Yeah, those are nice.
See, but like Gucci, it's like you're paying for the brand. With Big Baller brand, you know what you're getting.
Oh, you're paying for the brand,
and it looks like they got
brand.
It looks like if you gave.
So, I heard that symbol right here. Mm-hmm. Whatever the symbol, like on the heel of the shoe, and then like on the top of the slide, something about like Ohio State football. They're like wide receiving core or something like that. Their coach came up with a symbol for them, like Zone 6.
Yeah.
And that was their symbol or something like that. And they like stole it. That was like all over Twitter the other night. I can look it up, I think. But apparently they stole that from like Ohio State or something like that. Allegedly.
Ohio State wide receiver coach accuses Big Baller brand of stealing logo for Lonzo Ball.
Allegedly.
Oh, that's Zone 6.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Kinda. It's a Z in a circle.
I don't know. It's kind of like with the whole like Pizzagate, like looking at the symbol for like that stuff. It's kind of like the same thing.
But also Ohio State Zone 6 has like a Pokeball in the center. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the exact same thing. So.
It's also not copyrighted.
It's a crappy symbol though.
It's not copyrighted, and it's not close, and it's also a crappy logo for Big Baller brand.
It's weak, very weak. I mean, dude, like the Python, like or the Mamba for Kobe, the crayon for LeBron. Those are like, and of course the Jumpman.
Yeah,
those are great. That's real marketing. This is just like hack. This is hack marketing.
The Dunk Man.
The freaking that BBB, like, good God, man, like you couldn't come up with something.
What
more
about
creative?
The freaking Better Business Bureau? How did they get that passed?
Dude, they got so many lawsuits coming their way. I'm calling it now. Like this is my take. Those shoes will never ship out. They won't. Either one, they're gonna get hit with a lawsuit by Adidas or Nike, or two, they're not gonna get enough pre-orders to even start production.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Nobody's gonna have those shoes.
They will be able to put one batch out, one small batch to the pre-orders. They're gonna have to refund money to the people they can't ship to.
Yeah.
The people who get the shoes are gonna realize how big of a piece of crap it is.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be out money.
As sneaker community, I want to like talk to sneakerheads right now. Let's all come together and just like shun this crap.
Yeah.
Not even let it become a thing.
It won't.
But we can't like just because like a bunch of rich kids can buy these shoes just to like say, oh, look at me, I can afford these, you can't.
Here's the difference.
Kind of like what LeVar's like thinking was. Did you see LeVar's tweet the other night?
Yeah.
Like the whole like, oh, if you can't afford Big Baller brand, then you're not a big baller. It's like,
let me put this into perspective. I'm one of the people right now that like, I want some 350 V2s.
Yeah.
I want some Yeezys. Also because I kind of like the shoe. People know who Kanye West is.
He's made a name for himself.
Nobody cares about Lonzo Ball.
Nobody knows who Lonzo is, other than because LeVar's been a freaking idiot. Nobody knows Lonzo for his. Let's say that nobody knows who Lonzo is because of his basketball play.
And let's make this clear: Big Baller brand is not about Lonzo; it's about LeVar.
Mm-hmm.
It
doesn't matter. Lonzo, I don't even know. Like Lonzo doesn't have any kind of personality, charisma. It's all about LeVar. If it wasn't for LeVar, I wouldn't even know who Lonzo Ball is.
Lonzo Ball's not allowed to because of his dad.
Yeah, his dad outshines him.
Yep.
I only knew, I heard of the LaMelo because he was the dude that's like cherry picked for 92 points.
Yeah.
I knew who LaMelo was before I knew who Lonzo was.
Me too.
But the only fact you know who like Lonzo Ball is because of LeVar. Because nobody would be talking about Lonzo Ball if it wasn't for LeVar.
What about LiAngelo?
I have no idea who that is. Is that the third one?
Middle kid.
Oh, the middle one.
Middle kid.
What's he playing in? Is he college?
He's in Chino Hills.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he is the middle kid, but he's the least talented. And honestly,
so LaMelo's the youngest?
Honestly, yeah. Looking at him, like you can tell, like LaMelo, he's probably the most talented of them. LiAngelo, I don't know if he'll ever make it to the NBA.
But LaMelo will definitely play college and.
Yeah, what they need to learn here, and it sucks for Lonzo to be that person. They need to learn from what happens to Lonzo, because he's not going to the Lakers.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know if he'll go in the first round. Honestly, I guess he'll go first round, but he's not going to be a lotto pick.
No,
that's too much risk. Too much. It's kind of like in football with like Tim Tebow. Like the whole I would take a shot on Tim Tebow, but he's too much of a distraction with the media. That's how Lonzo is. It's like, is he really worth the headache that LeVar is going to be?
But yeah, that's the thing.
It's not
Lonzo, it's LeVar.
Yeah, well but they're a package deal.
I don't know.
So if I'm an NBA team, I'm like, yeah, Lonzo's good, but there's a lot of other guys just as good as him.
I wouldn't take a risk on Lonzo.
I wouldn't take a risk.
I wouldn't
because that's too much of a pain in the butt to deal with LeVar. LeVar is going to be up in your business all the time. LeVar is going to be a distraction. LeVar is going to be sending out tweets on the after a loss or something of your team, or if Lonzo doesn't get enough touches in a game. That's too much to think about. So many other guys with less distraction that you can go with.
It doesn't matter what situation.
They're just as good as him.
It doesn't matter the situation like that comes up, because it's not going to take anything for the cameras to immediately be on LeVar, because they know who he is. They know they're going to get him to say something stupid. So no matter where Lonzo goes, the cameras are going to follow him on LeVar the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, dude, LeVar's going to have his own press conference and stuff after games.
He is.
He'll be sitting next to Lonzo at a press conference, sitting right next to Lonzo. Oh my god, dude. The only dudes that could get away with doing this, or deserved to do this when they came out of college or high school, whatever, were LeBron James,
Kobe Bryant,
and Kobe. Were the only ones that could do something as ridiculous as this. But even they were yeah, let me just sign with Nike. Let's go with Nike. That makes sense.
Let me tell you something.
Let me make millions at Nike instead of doing something ridiculous like this.
How LeVar thinks about Lonzo, how he thinks he's the greatest thing in the world. LeBron was in reality 2 times what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that he just turned out to be.
100 times.
When LeBron came from high school into the NBA, it was like the rebirth of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, everybody knew LeBron was going to be who LeBron was. I mean, to a certain extent. Not as great, but everybody knew LeBron was going to be the next big thing.
Everyone.
Yeah. Kobe, not as much.
No.
But LeBron, everybody knew coming out he was the chosen one. This dude is
it was the prophecy in some sort of movie when LeBron came to the NBA. And now, you look at the people, thinking, what's Lonzo going to do in the NBA?
Nothing.
Nobody's thinking, oh, he is so
Lonzo
great.
will average, 10 points a game off the bench for some team.
Like the Jazz.
Lonzo, yeah.
The best thing
he'll be in Minnesota.
The best thing for him would be to go to Minnesota, New York. Somewhere way far away from his dad, and keep his dad away.
His dad's going wherever he goes.
His dad needs to be gone.
Or do you think the dad's going to stay with the other two?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Because his dad was very influential.
Going to the Lakers or Sacramento would be the worst thing for that guy.
Yeah. Sacramento for sure, because their front office is terrible.
Yeah, and then also his dad would be driving distance.
His dad is the reason why he went to UCLA, and why all his kids will go to UCLA.
Yeah.
Lonzo needs to recognize.
If I was UCLA, I would be no thanks.
No, you bring them.
But you have to
bring the draw. You want the ball kids to come to your school so you can get the crowd, so you can get the money.
But I think that hurts to recruit. Would hurt recruiting.
College only cares about how much money they can bring in.
Well, and also recruiting, your appearance to other when you're recruiting other people.
But those kids are good.
Well, I guess, but
they're not bad.
I think any kid that would be they would in college. They're yeah, let me take the side shit like that. Let me beat If Lonzo can get that much exposure at UCLA, anybody can. I don't know. Maybe. Like that.
I mean,
but their dad has to be a complete imbecile.
The biggest risk I would take, being UCLA, is knowing that you're going to pick this person to come to your school and they're only going to stay for a year.
That's just a whole other thing.
Because LeVar already said that. He said, all my kids are one and done. They're going straight to the NBA. They're going straight to the Lakers.
God, I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
LiAngelo is not going to the NBA. LaMelo is. And he's gonna be one.
Talk about I could be Michael Jordan 1-on-1 because I just back him down. Shut the hell up! You're an idiot.
He is an idiot.
You're an idiot.
I don't know.
You're a dumbass.
I don't know if he believes that.
We have a conversation about LeBron and Michael Jordan 1-on-1. We don't. Nobody in their life has had other than Stephen A. Smith because he's such a sellout.
Yeah.
And shame on that guy too. Like shame on ESPN for having that dude on TV.
Yeah.
This idiot shit's like borderline like mental home before he has like a TV personality.
Yeah.
But the dude, for me, I don't think the dude believes anything he says because he just like even when he was on First Take, he was just like laughing at anything he would say. And
he's still saying
any ridiculous.
The problem is
but
not
like
if
it's
he
kind of like
believes
Alex
it.
Jones or like Donald Trump. It's like you say something so ridiculous, eventually you believe it, maybe.
But the thing is that he's still saying things like that.
Like you say, I'm going to build the wall so many times, eventually you believe you're going to build the wall.
The problem is not if I believe myself; it's if you believe me.
Yeah, I guess.
If you'll listen to me.
I mean, you say the water's turning the frogs freaking gay so many times, and you believe the water's turning the frogs freaking gay.
Maybe he doesn't believe that. Maybe no one believes it, but they're still listening, and that's why he's still talking, and that's why the cameras are still looking at him.
I don't know. It's freaking brutal. I'm not looking forward to this.
No.
I don't want to hear about this guy anymore. I hope Lonzo just like goes and has like shoddy knees and just like is out of the league in 2 years and we don't have to hear about him anymore until the next kid.
Honestly, once he gets to the league, it doesn't matter.
He's not going to do it.
Because he's not that good.
He's too small. He doesn't shoot well. He doesn't have any footwork. I mean, he got burned in Kentucky. That Kentucky game, he got exposed because he can't play defense.
I'm officially, I declared it.
Oh, you declared it?
Kentucky is my basketball school.
Oh, God.
And Georgia is my football school.
Georgia?
Because it's funny.
What the hell's wrong with you? How's Georgia funny in football?
Because I'm a Georgia fan. Because I watch Squidbillies and he's a Georgia fan.
Oh, my God.
I'm tired of being an NC State fan. I'm done with it.
Really? You're done?
I'm done with it. Kentucky and Georgia.
Well, I'm actually a Florida fan because I've been a Florida fan my whole life.
For life, and I respect that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
You've been able to live with a good team.
Yeah, it's been
You've
hard.
also lived with the Bucks.
Yeah, that's been brutal.
But you've gotten to see some success.
It was hard living through the Tebow years in Florida. And the Billy Donovan, Joakim Noah, that was hard.
I still feel good about myself because I don't feel like Georgia or Kentucky's going to win anything.
No, well, Kentucky might.
Kentucky
obviously.
maybe. They're solid.
They are declining, though.
Yeah, they're declining.
The past couple... I mean, like, Elite Eight's declining for them.
But it's trendy, and it's funny, and it's cool.
Yeah, you and Drake can hang out on the sidelines.
He hasn't been a Kentucky fan since
Georgia, I don't get. That's weird. Nobody's really like. Georgia's not really trendy or anything.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
I love Bulldogs too.
Them Bulldogs. Yeah, I hate Georgia as a Florida fan. They're like my least favorite team in the world. So
Florida State.
I don't know. Georgia's more of a rivalry, honestly, because it's in same conference.
Same conference, and they're better than Florida State.
No, Florida State's been way better in the last few years. It's more like because it's actually a competitive
Florida
game.
hasn't been that good either.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like the last few years, it's been like the Florida-Georgia game's been more interesting because like both teams are crap.
What about the Florida-Georgia line?
Oh, true. That's a good band.
Kill them all. I hate them.
the band or like everybody that lives there?
The band.
Oh, okay.
Florida-Georgia line is probably a great place to live.
Nah, it's pretty rednecky.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
White trash, baby.
Well, that's like I live in. I've been to Yulee, Florida, Fernandina Beach, which is like right there on the line.
I don't know what
that's a nice area. Fernandina Beach is awesome.
I feel like no matter where you go in Florida, you can find a nice spot because it's hard to be upset in Florida.
What's crazy about Fernandina Beach? So you're right there on the Georgia line. So like there's Fernandina Beach, which is like 5 miles from Yulee.
Yeah.
Yulee is the most hick backwoods area ever. It's just kind of like Garner, Johnston County.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, but like 5 minutes, you're like at a beach town. Like a historic beach town.
I believe it.
It's like a really nice beach. It's wild. And it's the Atlantic side. Atlantic Ocean. How many oceans are there? What is it? The Atlantic,
7.
Pacific, the Gulf. That's it. The Red Sea. Does that count? The Red Sea counts, right?
I don't think so.
It's the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Gulf.
7, yeah.
The 7 seas.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the Red Sea counts. I don't know the other ones.
Mediterranean.
Oh, true.
Caspian.
What?
Adriatic.
That's fake news.
Red.
Fake news.
Black.
Ooh, black.
Persian Gulf.
What?
And the Indian Ocean.
Fake news. I forgot about the Indian. I knew about that. The other ones that you just named off, I don't know.
Come on, dude.
I think I've heard the Red Sea, like the Red Sea Scrolls.
Yeah.
Isn't that like Bible or like something to do with the Bible?
Pretty sure.
Something like that. I want to switch gears here. Switching gears into NASCAR. You like that? You like that? Switching gears into NASCAR. You like
Not
like the
really.
pun? Or, I don't know, what is that technically a pun?
I don't know.
Okay. Dale Jr., a couple weeks ago, we're a little bit late on this, but because we were at Poison last week and all that, Dale Jr. announced he's retiring at the end of this year, and I'm very devastated. I'm heavy heart. That's my dude, Dale Jr.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I watch NASCAR, or I have been watching NASCAR. I've been a NASCAR fan since I was like, I want to say like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be like every Sunday I had to watch NASCAR. I was not doing anything else until the NASCAR race was over. I would go to church. I'd come home and be like, leave me alone until the NASCAR race is over. And then I can like function.
So like
I wouldn't go.
o'clock?
Yeah, I wouldn't go do anything. Like, people would be like, you want to go hang out? I'm like, nope, NASCAR's on. I have to watch NASCAR. I was like that for about 5 years, and then I got out of it. But Dale Jr., Dale Jr.'s retirement on NASCAR is going to have a huge impact, like, economically on NASCAR.
It is. It really is.
I don't think NASCAR survives in the next 10 years because of Dale Jr. leaving. The money Dale Jr. brings to NASCAR, that will leave within the next few years completely, 100%, because there will be no draw to NASCAR anymore.
Because they don't have a superstar.
No.
They don't have a name.
I mean, Jimmy Johnson should be that guy, but he's just not because his personality's not there.
And Dale, let's be honest, Dale Jr. was mostly that dude because of Dale Earnhardt. He was good. He was good.
Mostly.
He was real good.
Dale Jr.'s made a name for himself, though, outside of that.
Yeah.
Dale Jr. is like, he's got his own race car team in the nationwide. Mm-hmm. He does like this podcast. It's like one of the biggest sports podcasts in the nation. He's got all these different like business ventures. He's more of a personality than Dale Earnhardt was.
Yeah.
Like, he went to another generation.
But also he
transcended to another generation.
He has different opportunities that Dale did.
True.
But when he was coming up, let's be honest, he had that opportunity because of who he was.
That's true. Absolutely.
He proved himself.
He proved him. Well, there's other Earnhardts. There's Jeffrey Earnhart.
Yeah.
That dude's trash.
Well,
Kyle
Petty.
Yeah. Nobody gave a shit who he was.
Because he wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what was the other Petty kid that passed away?
Oh, yeah. What was his name? The brother. That was Kyle's brother, wasn't it?
Kyle's brother. Kyle's little brother.
Yeah, but like nobody. There's other Jeffrey Earnhardt, Kelly Earnhardt raced. Those dudes didn't like blow up like in popularity. Dale Jr. Yes, Dale Jr. got there because of his dad's name. Got an opportunity because of his dad's name, but like
he stayed there because he was good.
He stayed there and he took more than advantage of it. He capitalized on it, and now he's like. For Junior, it's just kind of like his off-the-track stuff. Like, racing is like a minute thing for him. He's got so much other stuff going on in his life. Like, racing doesn't really matter to him anymore. And I think he finally sees he's never going to win a championship. Which, I had this conversation with somebody the other day. I made the point that if I was a NASCAR driver, I would rather have a Daytona 500 win than, like, winning the quote-unquote championship.
Yeah.
Because the championship's kind of silly.
It really is.
The way it works is kind of silly. Like, Tony Stewart, the one year he won it a few years ago, he won the championship but didn't win a single race the entire year.
Yeah.
You ask any NASCAR driver, they would say they would rather have a Daytona 500 trophy over, like, the season championship, like the Nextel Cup or Sprint Cup,
because
whatever,
there's not
whatever you want to call it.
There's not a huge amount of people who care about the whole Sprint Cup series.
Yeah.
There's more people who will watch Daytona.
There's more prestige for a Daytona 500 win.
Way more prestige.
Yeah. It's kind of like IndyCar.
It is.
Like, I would rather win the Indy 500 than be an IndyCar champion for the whole season.
Especially because IndyCar is like in the middle between F1 and NASCAR, where nobody really cares about it except for a couple times a year.
Right. That time.
Yeah.
The Indy 500 time. That's the only race I watch every year.
The biggest race of the year.
Yeah. But like even like Dale Earnhardt Sr., like he had won all of his championships before he won a Daytona 500. Mm-hmm. He's like, that's all I care about. I could care less if I ever win another championship. I want to win the 500. Mm-hmm. So I made the argument, Dale Jr. has 2 Daytona 500 championships. Mm-hmm. That makes him one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
And he has more, like, he has that over everybody else that would so much rather have that than a freaking Nextel Cup or a Sprint Cup or a Winston Cup. Yeah. It's changed name like 5 times over the last 10 years.
To be honest, if you didn't win a Winston Cup, who are you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only time it counted.
True, yeah.
When cigarettes were the biggest sponsor.
Yeah, when cigarettes and beer ran the sport.
Who even remembers Winston cigarettes?
I don't. I didn't even know that was a thing when I was a kid growing up. Like, what is Winston? My dad's like, it's cigarettes. I'm like, really? Who smokes Winstons? Like I've heard like if it was like the Marble Cup or something like that, or the like I don't know who smokes Winston, but anyhow. But yeah, NASCAR. I think NASCAR's done within 10 years. I think it goes bankrupt. I don't think it's a thing anymore.
I haven't looked.
If it's still a thing, it's like it's changed dramatically and it's very low scale now.
I haven't looked at the numbers, but I can only assume that's declining on TV.
It's declined so much on TV.
The main base they're getting is people who listen in on radio, because they're like, I got to do things on Sunday.
Yeah, like I don't have 4.5 hours or 5 hours
to just sit
to carve out.
I'm interested, but I kind of got to do something.
Yeah, that's how I've been the last few years. I'm like, I'm interested, but like I have a life. I can't just like sit and watch. At least football, like football, you're done 2.5 hours. Your team plays, you're done.
Yeah.
NASCAR, it's like it can go at least for 4 hours, maybe 5, depending on what happens. Like
that's intense.
Yeah, dude. There was one year on the Daytona 500. It's start time supposed to be at 1 p.m. But with rain delay and wrecks, it didn't get over till like 2 a.m.
Wow.
And I sat there the whole time and watched the TD. I didn't take a break. Watched the whole thing.
I can't imagine that.
I was just like sitting there like red flag, like on rain delay. I'm like, they're gonna come back any minute. Like I can't miss it. Can't miss a lap. That's how intense I was about NASCAR.
Oh.
I'm a NASCAR dude. I know more about NASCAR than I do any other sport.
See, the thing with NASCAR, the thing I imagine about NASCAR fans is that they sit on their recliner on Sunday, they drink about 2 beers, and then kind of take a nap.
Yeah.
And then they wake up like, oh, shoot, the race is interesting now.
Yeah.
And then immediately fall asleep again.
Well, I mean, the NASCAR fans that actually go to the race, they go there for one reason, for Dale Jr.
Yeah.
Because, like, you'll see, like, if you watch a race and Dale Jr., if he takes the lead, the whole crowd stands up and roars. That only... In the last, like, 15 years, the only driver that happens for is Dale Jr. Like, Dale Jr. is that much more popular than everybody else combined.
It's true.
It's like, it's
especially
it's ridiculous.
Since Jeff Gordon retired.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon was, like, the second closest, but it didn't even compare.
Him and Jr. were from that era, though. Like,
yeah,
everybody
that 90s,
from that era,
yeah,
just
the
like,
90s.
they're gone.
Tony Stewart's gone.
Yeah. After he killed that dude.
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about that.
He killed the dude.
Allegedly killed him.
No.
That's bullshit.
Ask his family.
That's bullshit.
Ask his family.
He didn't kill him on purpose. Are you saying he killed him on purpose? Or, like, I mean, obviously he killed him. But, like, did he do it on purpose or not?
I'm not saying he did it on purpose.
Okay,
I'm not going to accuse him of it.
Yeah.
But he's responsible for someone's death.
No, that's not true. That dude who died is responsible for his own death. Because he shouldn't have gotten out of his car.
His car hit somebody, and that person ceased
he gets out
to
of his.
live.
You're on a dirt track with no lighting. You decide to get out of your car from the safety of your car that's now wrecked to go confront another driving car. You're liable to get hit. I don't know. But people. I remember when that happened. People were saying, "Oh, he like swerved down."
I will agree with you, and I would say that I inherently see the good in people, and I don't believe for a second that it was on purpose. I don't think anybody... It's hard for me to believe that anybody would do something like that. But also, like, there wasn't even, like, he was, like... It was sprint car racing as a
dirt
hobby.
Track, yeah.
He was
that was the
joking
main
about
question, like, was, like, why is Tony Stewart racing this? Like...
because he loves racing.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like, he's not that into it. I don't think he'd kill somebody for it. But also, like, at the same time, whether you believe that it's his fault or not, you know, it kind of is, like... something he lives with.
Yeah, right. He still has to like wake up every morning like shit.
That's like Richard Petty. Dude. Richard Petty used to drag race.
Yeah.
Until he ran into the stands and killed like a 7-year-old kid. He stopped drag racing because he couldn't handle it.
I never heard about that.
Yeah, he used to drag race a lot. Like after he was Richard Petty, the NASCAR driver, he still drag raced.
Yeah.
But his car like went into the stands and killed a spectator. Tough. And he stopped drag racing after that. He couldn't do it.
Imagine being Dale Jr. though, like being in that position though, like watching your dad die on the racetrack like that and still wanting to race. Like,
well, for most of the reason it was because he didn't have the right protective
yeah,
gear.
Right. Still though, like, how do you carry on after that, man? Especially in that sport. I don't know, man. I guess that's just how those dudes are wired. Like,
but if that's how he was raised,
the love of the sport.
That's how he was raised. He's got to be like, this is all I know.
Yeah.
You know, my dad would want me to keep racing.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is what he would.
And part of the reason Junior's retiring too is because like last year he sat out like all of last year because of a concussion from a wreck. Mm-hmm. And he's been in a couple nasty wrecks this year, and I think he's just like, that's it. I'm done. Like, I've seen what this can do to me, possibly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for him anymore. Other than the fact, like, if he still had the love for it, which I don't think he has anymore, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard him talk over the years. Like, his love of the sport keeps declining. He's more interested in like his other thing. Like, he just got married. he wants to start a family. He's got other business opportunities. Like he's more concentrated on.
That's the thing.
Not racing.
I see a lot of professional athletes in every sport, and they pretty much say, when it's not fun, I'm done.
Yeah.
When I don't love it, I'm done. And I've also seen some people who are like, it's mostly football players, who say, I'm not starting a family until I leave.
That's been the whole thing. Like these dudes, like Calvin Johnson retiring.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, dude, I don't want it. Like, I don't want to like live, like in my 50s, like not remembering who I am anymore. Like, I don't want that.
I'm gonna say I'm kind of bummed that Marshawn Lynch is coming back.
Really? You're bummed?
Because I know he won his championship. He did his thing. He got his money. I know he's coming back because he loves it, but it's like you want to see somebody leave on a positive note.
Yeah.
You don't want to see somebody staying there for years and have to deal with the injuries and the toll of being in that sport forever. But I understand. It's not it's what he wants.
But you kind of like he had the opportunity to go out on top and like just ride in the sunset. But yeah, you're coming back to play for the Oakland Raiders. Like,
I don't get it. But it's kind of like the Michael Jordan situation where it's like, you've already retired before.
Yeah.
Now you're done for, wait, you're going to come back and play with the Wizards?
Yeah, it's like, you don't want to see that. You just want to see these guys, like, leave on top.
Yeah.
Like, even Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Like even though he was still playing playoff games at the end, you're just like, dude, it's bad, man. Just let it go. Like, retire.
The biggest thing for me is, like, I wanted him to be the symbol of, get out early while you can before you have to deal with these injuries that affect the rest of your life. You think about people in every other sport who it's like, oh, my life after basketball, I've been able to do all this, like Shaq, where he's at now.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if somebody like Shaq played football for that long and then tried to have the career he did. It'd be impossible.
Oh, it's just like Peyton Manning, too. It's like, even though he went out like a Super Bowl champion, it's like, dude, you couldn't even throw the ball 10 yards. Like, it was sad. It was sad watching Peyton Manning in that state for that many... that long of a time. It was sad watching him in that state that he couldn't play. What the hell are you doing?
Snapchat, bro.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's not great radio.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a professional. I'm
No,
literally and figuratively not professional.
No, you're not. Yeah, you're very unprofessional.
But I understand what you're saying. Like, you want to go out on top. You don't want to have to deal with that.
No, yeah.
It's a letdown to see him come back. Unless he wins another ring.
Who? Marshawn?
Yeah.
He won't, but that's okay. I mean, the Raiders are not bad, though. The Raiders are pretty good, so... You know what I mean? So, like, it's not, like, a terrible decision, I guess. I just don't understand, like, why did you retire in the first place? Like, why... Seattle wasn't that bad of a situation.
That was good. You went to the Super Bowl twice, and you won it once.
Yeah, like, that's not a bad situation.
Even if you could have won it again, like... If you give it up and think I'm 50%, I'm 1 for 2 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's not as bad as some of the.
But I guess he's from Oakland and grew up in Oakland, so that kind of makes sense. Like he wants to go back and play for the hometown team.
You had your chance to play in the NFL. Like if that was
but my thing with Marshawn is like he wouldn't come back for anybody but Oakland. Like you know what I mean? Like he wasn't just coming back to play for anybody.
I understand.
He was only coming back to play in Oakland.
This is him coming back to play because he loves it, and him coming back to play because
for the
it's his
city.
town.
Yeah, for the city. Yeah. Like, he wasn't going to come back and play for the Jets.
No.
Like, he's come... Like, if the Raiders want me, I'll come back. That's it. Like, I'm not going to come back for anybody else.
Yeah.
So, it kind of makes sense to me a little bit, but he'll probably play one season. You know what I mean? But, I mean, it's a good pickup for them.
How long?
And he'll be well rested because, like, he got a year off. His knees are good. His back is good.
Yeah.
He'll be well rested.
I'm trying to see how long Jordan played with the Wizards.
I think it was 1 year, maybe 2 years. God, that's just I'd block that from my sports memory. Like that never happened.
03, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like 02, 03.
He played from 01 to 03.
God, just try to forget that happened because that's just like brutal.
Hey, remember when Allen Iverson crossed him up?
No, I do remember when Allen Iverson like kept coming back from in the NBA and leaving, and kept coming back for like 4 years. I remember that. Then he like signed a one-day contract with the 76ers after he had already been with the 76ers again. Then he left, tried to play for the Mavericks, but they didn't want him.
No, the thing with the Mavericks is they wanted him, but they wanted him to play with the D-League first, and he didn't want to play with the D-League.
Okay. Moral of the story is he was desperate because he was broke.
The moral of the story is he wanted to play basketball, but he was too self-confident.
No. The moral of the story is he was broke and was trying to play anywhere. the moral of the story was he was broke and had to play, but his pride wouldn't allow him to play for a D League team.
That's what happens when you let your pride get to you.
He would rather be broke.
Because let's be honest, if Allen Iverson played for a D League team, he would be in the NBA in a minute. Because even in Denver,
right now,
no, back then.
Oh yeah,
this was probably like 5, 6 years ago.
I don't know, maybe. I don't really remember like how old he was back then.
He came in the draft class with Kobe.
Yeah, but
a year after Kobe.
He didn't. But even Kobe hung on like 2 years too long.
20 years. That's your span in the NBA. Kobe hung on a little bit longer.
If you're amazing.
If you're amazing. If you're Tim Duncan, you're LeBron James or Kobe.
Yeah.
Vince Carter's
Vince Carter's been around for a minute.
Vince Carter's like 40 years old.
That dude can still play another.
I actually believe. I think he's 39. He's the oldest player in the NFL.
Yeah, in the NBA.
Or NBA.
He could still play another 5 years.
He would be the way oldest person in the NFL.
Yeah, he could still play though. He could still play for a long time. It's not like he's not that bad.
He's not.
It's not like he's just hanging around. Any team would be happy to have him in the role he's in. I think he plays for Memphis now. Dude, what was that garbage video you sent me about? It was like a mashup of like First Take.
Oh.
And they were like talking about like who's better than Melo. And like who would you take over Melo? And it's like Max Kellerman like talking about like Courtney Lee and Vince Carter. Yeah. Oh, and he says like Courtney Lee and then
he says Karl Anthony Towns. He's like,
and Stephen A's like,
okay,
maybe. And then he's like Courtney Lee, and Stephen A's like, okay, like.
And then he says 1969 Boss 429.
Yeah.
He says that. You remember that one?
Yeah. That's so disrespectful. Like to Carmelo. Carmelo's gonna be at OKC next year. Calling it now.
I don't know where he's gonna end up.
Oklahoma City with Westbrook still there.
But this is what I was going
to bring up to.
Clippers. Let me say this. With OKC, Westbrook is getting all the takes. He's balling out. He's the all-star, but it's the same position LeBron was in a while ago. You can't carry the team.
Not to the finals. No. Not to the promised land.
You can average a triple-double. You're not going to carry the team.
Especially with you're in the same conference as the Golden State Warriors.
Especially that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the same conference as the Rockets.
Yeah, true.
Or the Spurs.
Let's get past the Rockets.
Or the Golden State. Or who else is in the West?
San Antonio. San Antonio, their window's kind of closing.
Okay, let's look at the playoffs. So, what's the team? What are the teams that OKC could beat? We have the Grizzlies, the Spurs, Thunder, Rockets, Jazz, Clippers, Trailblazers, and Warriors.
The Thunder could beat anybody but the Rockets, the Spurs, or the Warriors.
They could
beat everybody else. The Clippers are garbage. The Clippers are a joke.
So you're saying Clippers, Jazz, Portland, and Memphis?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe not Memphis. Not Memphis.
Not Memphis.
They could be the Clippers, though.
Memphis was the strongest underdog team.
Yeah, Memphis is strong. Memphis has always been strong. They just can't ever get over a hump. But they're not a team you want to play.
No.
But yeah,
I was surprised.
The Clippers are a joke. The Clippers are not a threat. The Clippers. I would be happy to play the Clippers.
Yeah.
Because they're just not.
Same with the Jazz.
Oh yeah, they're a joke. But the Clippers are it's all hype. It's like, oh man, they're gonna be good this year. It's like, no, they're not. The Clippers have never been good.
No.
They're mid. The best they've gotten is to the mid seed of the West, and that's it.
That's
their cap.
Portland is.
Well, Portland's another one-man team.
Yeah, they're nothing. They're the team that can't.
They're the same thing as OKC. They're a one-man team, but the one man on OKC is much better than the one man on Portland. Much better one-man team. But Dame Lillard though is pretty good. He'll be.
Damian Lillard is kind of solid, but
Portland, if he gets out of Portland, he'll have.
What about the Jazz? Have nobody besides Gordon Hayward? He's their star.
No, they have Rudy Gobert, their center. He's like an all-star.
But you see, all the promotions and everything. It's only Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, it's just it's like a squad that's never gonna win, so it didn't matter. I don't really. The Jazz. Well, they were pretty decent seeding too. They were the 6th seed.
Jazz were the 5 seed.
Shit, really? How?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dang. It's like Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer era Jazz right there.
God.
That was a good team.
Carlos Boozer on the Bulls.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, Carlos Boozer on the Jazz with Darren Williams in his prime. That was a dope team.
Yeah.
That was back when Steve Nash and Mari Stoudemire were dropping buckets and Yao
winning
Ming.
championships.
They never won a championship.
07.
Nope. Never happened.
Are you kidding me?
No, not at all. They never won a championship, I swear to God. Never happened. 07?
So it was 07 or 08.
That was like the Lakers.
Nope.
Yeah, they never won a championship.
Suns championship.
No, fake news. Alternative facts. Fake news. They never won a championship. Maybe they made the finals, but they didn't win it.
No, they won the NBA champions.
Nope, fake news.
No.
Just Google Phoenix Sun NBA champions. Nope, never happened. We're Googling right now. Yep. So for the two listeners at home, anytime we talk NBA, just believe me, because Sam thinks Steve Nash is an NBA champion.
Spurs, and then what about?
They never
could
won.
have sworn
They never won.
That was the Celtics.
They maybe played in the NBA Finals. I don't even think they got there. They got to the Western Conference Finals a couple times, maybe once. That like Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, that squad, Joe Johnson. But no, they never won a finals. I think the Spurs won. Maybe I think the Spurs beat them in the Western Conference Finals in like 07, 06.
Yeah, it would have been the Spurs in 07 because the Spurs won in 07.
That's the year they beat the Cavs. LeBron James.
Yep. I could have sworn they won it in 07.
Bro, Sam's spitting out fake news out here, dude. Fake news.
Hey, it's all an act. It was just an act, okay?
That's just an act, okay?
The person I
had
am...
sex with 160 girls before high school, okay?
The person I am on character, the person I am on air is a character, okay?
It's a character, okay?
The person that I'm acting as that knows nothing, that's just an act,
like,
okay?
you only smoke weed once a year to test the potency, right?
To test the potency, because it's George Soros.
George Soros. Damn it, Soros. Freaking Ivanka and Jared Kushner are running the government. They're the enemy to the state. Did you... Okay, maybe you caught the, like, when I said, like, had sex with 160 girls before high school.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said that in those court hearings about his child custody.
Why?
He said he had sex with 160 women before high school. He said he was, like, having sex with college girls when he was, like, 16.
I don't even want to talk about this.
I don't... But it's interesting.
Can we not?
It's interesting.
I don't want to go back into this.
It's... How could you do that?
Because you're Alex Jones. And
so let's say you're sex. Well, maybe he took so much like super male vitality as a kid.
Yeah.
Like he was sexually immature by the age of 9.
He was basically developed as a full male.
He was sexually active at the age of 8. So like he was able to have sex. You know, that would be the only reason that makes sense.
Even still, it's like once you hit puberty, you have sex every other night with a different person for a year or two.
Yeah. I guess.
Every night or 3.
Damn, that's a lot of people. How does he not have AIDS?
How does he know who the mother of his child is?
Well, that was before college. Okay, he like found the Lord and everything, and like he decided to like turn his life to fighting the globalists. Like
he found the Lord and globalists.
Yeah, and like dedicated his life to fighting globalism in his 20s. So he like gave up all that, like having sex with college girls.
That man's a wild dude. I'm done with that.
Nah. I'm more of an Alex Jones fan than I've ever been.
I'm done.
Nope. Still in. I'm all in on Alex. All in on Alex.
Why?
All in.
Why?
All in.
Why?
Why not? Who's more right, him or like CNN? Fake news. They're the fake news, not Alex.
But what validity?
Alex says so it must be true.
Okay.
Who are you gonna believe?
No one.
Well, you gotta believe somebody.
No, I don't have to.
Yeah, you have to. You have to believe somebody.
No, I don't.
Somebody's right. Who's right?
No one.
Nobody's right?
Nope.
Nobody has anything right. Like, as far as, like, the way our government works, the way the world works, nobody has the right idea?
Nope.
Do you think Alex is closer to the right idea than anybody else? Like, he's more on the right track?
No.
No, wrong. Fake. Alex is not right about everything. He's not right about a lot of things, but he's closer to the truth than anybody else, like in quote-unquote media.
I don't know about that.
He's closer than anybody else. It's not CNN. It's not Sean Hannity. I like Sean. Love Sean. Not him. Not Bill O'Reilly.
I didn't say that they were.
But Alex is closer to the truth than they are. Closer to the realness. What's actually going on.
It's weighed out by the false aspects that he says, though.
Is it?
Yes.
How?
Because of the false facts that are given by everyone else.
What's he put out that's false though? Like provably false, other than like Sandy Hook being a conspiracy.
I don't know.
That's
like
false.
The lizard people stuff.
I don't think he goes there. That's not his thing.
He said he dressed up in a lizard person
As a joke. Haha, it's a joke. It's a joke. Fake news. You're just like all the other people.
Haha, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Just kidding.
It's a prank, bro. Chill.
It's a prank. It's a prank, dude. Chill. That's what he was saying. That's like his court defense was like, they're trying to say that I'm a character. It's like,
hold up, yo.
I play a character at times.
We need to get to the Ritz right now so we can see Wale.
Oh, that's tonight?
It's tonight.
I didn't know that.
You want to go?
Not really. Not at all.
Really?
If we could make it in time for Clappers.
Groundhog's Day?
What?
You never heard that song?
No. I've heard like 2 Wale songs.
I've
heard Clappers and like that song that with Jerry Seinfeld in the intro. Like the Matrimony.
I don't remember.
It's like a love song, but like Jerry Seinfeld's like doing like the intro to it. Like it's a Jerry Seinfeld comedy bit.
I don't remember that.
It's pretty good. I'll play it for you later.
Alright.
It's not that good.
I like Groundhog's
It's just
Day.
from, I don't know. Clap us to the front. I don't know the song. Like, Shorty got a big old butt. Oh, yeah.
No.
I think that's his song. All right, I'm ready to wrap this podcast up. I think we've gone long enough.
I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Let's talk for just a couple more minutes about the NBA playoffs.
Who cares? That's my thing.
That's the point.
That's the point.
They're boring and nobody cares.
The podcast is called What's the Point? And the point of the NBA playoffs is who cares until the finals.
Exactly. Because we're going to see Cleveland sweep until the finals.
Yep.
And we're going to see
Warriors win until the final. They might not get swept, or they might not sweep, but they're going to win. The Spurs aren't capable, and the Rockets aren't capable.
It doesn't matter who they play.
Not the Jazz either. The Cavs are just sweeping everybody. Not even close. Like, there's not going to be a single close Cavs playoff game. Like, the closest game the Cavs will play in the playoffs was Game 1 against the Pacers. That was like a 8-point game or something like that.
Let's bring it to the finals, though. We know it's going to be Cleveland versus Golden State.
I think we've argued about this before, and I've said Golden State.
We have argued about this
I'm changing my mind because LeBron's just on a different level. I'm going to say Cavs in 7.
I don't think it's going to go to 7. It might because the NBA wants to see it in 7. Mm-hmm. It's got to be the spectacle that it is. But I don't see anyone beating the Cavaliers.
Yeah,
especially like
LeBron's just on one, dude.
I brought this up to you, and every time but once in LeBron's career, when he's been pushed to the point to prove himself, he comes out stronger than anyone has ever expected.
Yeah.
And right now he's doing that. Like, I don't think it's any question to anybody that LeBron's the best player in the league.
Well, it's just like last year with the whole, like, who's the MVP? Like, should LeBron win the MVP over Curry? And, like, they were asking him questions. He just showed up and proved himself. He was just like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's kind of like, oh, the Cavs have struggled this year. Like, is it the end of LeBron's era? Is it like, is this now Curry and Durant's league? It's like, nah, dude. He's gonna show up the Warriors. The Warriors are gonna put in a good fight, but it's gonna be a 7-game series.
That's also
Cavs in 7.
The thing that I've been saying for a long time, and you didn't believe me at first. I saw a meme about, and it was a picture of Kevin Durant, and it said the face when you realized that the Warriors didn't need you. They just needed you to not be on OKC, and that's kind of proven itself right now. Like, if OKC had Durant this year, the way that Russell's been playing, I don't think it would have been an issue to beat the Rockets. But without Durant, I mean, Durant's been his regular self, the standard season injury that keeps him out for a couple weeks. And it's I don't know. It kind of sets him back. And honestly, I think Durant is realizing that Golden State doesn't need him. They do need him to be off OKC. And if he was on OKC, they'd be a serious threat, and it'd be OKC versus Golden State again. And it would be way more interesting than what we're going to get. And I just don't know. I think that the finals have just been boring and as expected. I mean, you look at the people that have made it this far. Do you expect Toronto to do anything? And then you look at Boston versus Washington. It doesn't matter what happens there. When you look at the Western Conference, you see Houston and San Antonio are 2 actual good teams. Boston and Washington aren't that great.
Nah. It's literally been the season of, like, what doesn't matter because it's just going to be the Warriors and Cavs as long as an injury doesn't happen.
The only thing that's been surprising...
nothing else really matters other than, like, Westbrook, like, going off has been the only thing that's, other than the Cavs and Warriors, that's mattered.
The only thing that's been surprising to me is how quickly Curry started to fade. To me, he's fading. He's not the huge player that he was.
He is what he is.
He is what he is. He's not the MVP this year.
Not because of Durant.
I don't think he'll be the MVP again. Of the regular
never.
Season.
But because if he plays with Durant the rest of his career.
Durant doesn't like I said
twice
already.
They've still won it. They won a lot when Durant was injured. Like, they didn't really miss a beat.
I'm not saying that Curry's not good or that Golden State's not good. I'm saying that Curry is not the standout star player that he was
Curry
last
and the
year.
Warriors are better than everybody except the Cavs without Durant. Now, with Durant, it might be enough.
I don't think so.
Just because of like the fact that Durant's been in and out of the lineup recently, and just been on one. LeBron's just like in the zone.
Durant is standard Durant, where he's tall and lanky and gets injured once a year and is out for a couple weeks. But also, Golden State is the team that didn't need him. They needed him to be not on Oklahoma.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that pretty much like that cleared the path.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like in the next like 5 to 6 years, what could change in the NBA if like this it stays the same? Like the Warriors and the Cavs stay the same. Like nothing's going to change. Like in the paradigm of like who dominates.
You're gonna need some.
Other than the fact of LeBron like kind of losing, like getting old.
Milwaukee is the team that's bringing on rookies and training them. It's gonna take them years before they've got somebody.
Yeah.
They're gonna need more rookies. Washington needs another person.
It's just kind of like with Jordan. When Jordan went in the league, he had to wait for like Bird and Magic to fade away before he could take over. Like LeBron is gonna have to fade away, and then like the Warriors, either like through free agency or just like age, are gonna have to fade away.
You know, like when towards the end of Kobe's career, he was playing with a garbage team, and he wasn't making finals and stuff like that. I don't think that's going to be LeBron. I think LeBron is going to be making finals until he retires.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
he's going to be dominating until he's
just
done.
Because of his physicality, his body, and his body has never like really like broken down on him ever.
No,
like he's never been injured, like long term, like a serious injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's just like he's the type like when he quits, he'll be on top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll still be the best player in the league when he retires.
So we'll see what happens with the NBA Finals then. I guess we won't even care until the finals.
No, not really. I haven't been watching it all. I watched like a little bit of Memphis, San Antonio, a little bit of Houston, OKC, a little bit of Boston, Chicago. But like this next round is even less entertaining to me because the matchups are less.
The only
important.
thing interesting until the finals was Boston, Chicago, and Houston, OKC.
Yeah.
Houston, OKC turned out to be a flop.
San Antonio, Memphis was kind of interesting. There was a couple good games in that series, but still, it doesn't matter because it's just about Warriors, Cavs. It's all that matters at the end of the day.
So I guess we can just anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to bring up?
I'm officially not a big baller boy. BBBB. I'm not a big baller boy.
But the Better Business Bureau is totally on top.
And I think Nike's gonna sue the crap out of Big Baller Brand, and they're gonna go bankrupt. And it won't. If you bought a pair of those shoes, haha, jokes on you. You're never gonna get those shoes.
I don't think I know.
They're never gonna ship out.
I don't know. I want to see numbers. I don't think anybody bought them.
I think less than like 500 bought them.
Yeah.
Less than 500.
So we can say that,
They're never gonna ship out though.
It's gonna be a failed brand anyway.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, not a big baller boy. Let's trademark big BBBBB. Big baller boy. Big baller brand boys.
Not me.
No, not yet. All right, peace out. We'll see you next week, maybe.